While you were watching something else, this from Jeff Passan. Eugenio Suarez has found a home back in Cincinnati. 1 year, $15 million, includes a mutual option for 2027.
Did he play short the first time he was in Cincinnati? I think he was a short.
Came up as a shortstop.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a lot of DH time there. He's back in Cincinnati. And it feels like Eugenio Suarez is just kind of going back and revisiting past places of employment to find new deals. Twice a Mariner, now twice a Red.
What I see from that speaks to his character. You don't bring a guy back twice if he's a bad person. So he's done that a few different places. And that's important. If you don't have a landing spot, he's gone back somewhere that they liked him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm seriously.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's weird how
he's a bad dude. Sorry.
Right. You're not coming back if you're a bad dude.
Yeah.
Right. His career, and Mark Sales, our excellent researcher on this program, put this together. It's almost like it's a palindromic name, like Toby Hara, Dave Otto, because you're ending where you started. It's like revert. Look at how this has gone. Right. Came up with the Tigers for a short time, played a long time in Cincinnati, then the Mariners and the Diamondbacks, then the Mariners and Reds again.
Okay, so the Tigers next year.
Quite a career arc. That would bookend it. That would make it a perfect sandwich.
Yeah.
With the year and a half in Arizona in the middle.
He may with the Tigers by the end of this year.
Let me ask you this. Were you surprised on the one-year deal? I know that there's option language for a second. I thought Eugenio Suarez was going to get a multi-year deal someplace, and even two, but only one firm.
I think the longer we're moving here, the more the labor comes into play. That's where we're at. Mm-hmm. You start looking at even the long-term deals. Guys are taking less money for possible next season. You know, and clubs are not going to be sitting there stacking up. I think the guys that are sitting out there now, that will be affected more moving forward.
Yep. I get that. Here's the next question.
It's a real thing.
Right. The Reds we know that last year's lineup could have used the kind of pop that Suarez brings. But what about some of the young guys who might have been in line to play? We were all under the impression that they really liked Sal Stewart at third base, but I guess his timeline gets a little bit longer to start.
It's a little longer, but they got to win. The Reds have underachieved now for 2 straight seasons. I thought last year with Francona coming in, it would help him turn the page. And maybe Stewart, maybe that's why he's going to play third, and you're talking about Eugenio DHing a lot more.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I mean, that Stewart could play the other corner.
Third.
Keep Ryan. Yeah, I mean, at least you have some real versatility here. Stewart could play both corners. Suarez, DH, third. Keep Ryan's a third baseman, and he's an excellent defensive third baseman.
The Reds are in an interesting spot. You have young players that have to go to a next level.
All right, so
if you look at roster for roster, who's more talented, them or the Brewers?
Well, but the Brewers always win around the margins, right?
Exactly.
It's that kind of hard thing.
But you've got like sizzle on the Reds. Plus, they always do.
Front office.
You have a front office who's saber-electrically minded.
A lot of saber-electrically minded. Let me ask you this about the Reds before we move off of this.
Yeah.
Do you like this version of the Reds with the 2 new players in the roster? Get that full screen back up there, will you guys? As Harold is fond of saying.
We got that full screen built.
So do you like this with the new guys, J.J. Bleday and Eugenio Suarez, or do you like last year's with Austin Hayes, who we'll talk about in a minute, and Miguel Andujar?
I like this one better.
You like this better?
Yeah. Because Bleday changes it.
They needed the left-hander.
That left-handed batter changes everything.
Yep, and no Gavin Lux as well, although he was not an everyday guy last year.